Hey, Coach Ashley Wallman, WCTV. What's been the approach this week as far as entering the bowl week, and have you changed things up to the way you've entered a bowl week the last 2 years?
Well, the first four we won, so why would you change up when we lost last week? We fumbled at Oregon. Last year we lost a quarterback. So we played pretty good. I mean, that was some of the reasons which we lost games, but we don't panic and change everything. We always constantly change how you prepare every week and what you do. There's tweaks and turns every year, but the concept of what we do and how we do things is very similar, and because we believe in what we do and our practice schedule, our routines, and the things we do. I mean, you got to go out there and play good teams. The first four we won, we're all mad at them. It had nothing to do with preparation before. You got to go play well. And we were right there in the Oregon game 2 years ago, just fumbled football. Last year we lost a quarterback early. We got him back. He played with a broken foot. And so that was a big impact on what we did. So, I mean, we've had great practice, and the same thing we've done all of our careers. When I was at LSU, it was the same routine. We were here, very similar routine. What Coach Bowden did for 35 years, he's one of the best bowl coaches ever. So, I think it's a pretty good routine.
Jimbo, I'm just curious, have you shown the team or talked about your Miami game this year down in Hard Rock Stadium and used that at all as a teaching point or a talking point?
For the game? No, I mean, because of the regular season game, I mean, when we come down there a lot, it's always, when you come there to Hard Rock, man, it's always been, the games have always been dynamic there. We've been fortunate to come out there on top the last couple, but they've all been very close. But teaching points about playing hard and playing every play. You don't know which play can make a difference. I mean, that's the first time I'd ever won a game on a block PAT. I mean, it was amazing.
I mean, in terms of that Miami game and how it unfolded, was there anything that you wanted to revisit and go back with your team about just how they fought back? Or
Well, no, because that happened a lot. But we talk about that when it happens a lot, and then we revisit, but not just because we're in the stadium. I mean, because the opponent's different. But those lessons we kind of try to incorporate as we go throughout the season.
Jimbo, you've said before how every team has a one-year life cycle.
Exactly right.
No matter what happens tomorrow, what are your reflections on this team and what they can?
That's funny you say that. That's what we ask them. How do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered? And then you finish. And this is the last time this group will ever be together. And that's really a sad thing when you really think about it. No football team, the life expectancy is 1 year because everything changes. Some people move in and out, coaches move in and out, things happen. And but I think it's a team that has very high character, very resilient. I think it was a great example in today's time where, as I say, I say you're in the Xbox world or the PlayStation world where the game isn't going well, you hit restart, you start the season over, and you do all that stuff. That's what our kids are in. I'm not playing, I'm not going to wait to play, I'm going to transfer, I'm going to leave, I'm not going to do this. That's the point I was making earlier about you have a couple losses, okay, maybe your national championship goals aren't there. What do you got to play for? You got to play for your pride, your school, and who you are, and they're keeping score every time you walk out there to play. I think that takes great care. I think even more so today because of social media, because of how you're criticized, how the things that are brought about in our world today on athletes that are 10 times greater than ever were even 10 years ago, let alone 20 or 30 years ago when you had those seasons. I mean, one of Florida State's greatest seasons that people ever revere, in my opinion, the team they respect is the '89 team that lost 2 games to Southern Miss and Clemson to open the season and then went 10-2 and won a bowl game. That team is thought about. I think this team has a lot of those same qualities. It lost a couple games early and has made a heck of a run to get back to a major bowl game. And I think it will be revered as a team that had a lot of high character, a lot of morals, and a lot of, I don't know, for lack of a better word, just pure guts and grit. And it was very good to see in today's time because, like I said, a lot of kids want to sell it in. I can't win a championship, so what am I going to play for? Well, you play for your pride who you are, and I think it's going to be remembered in that way. It is in my mind anyway.
Angelique Shigelis, Detroit News. Earlier this year, ESPN asked a bunch of coaches for a one-word description of Jim Harbaugh. You paused and said interesting. After spending a little bit more time with him, can you develop that a little bit?
Yeah, I like Jim. I have no problem. I mean, I think he's great. He speaks what's on his mind, what he does, and when he does what he thinks is best for Michigan. That's what all of us do. We have to do what's best for Florida State or Florida or Georgia or whoever we coach. You know what I'm saying? And I think Jim does that, and I think he promotes his program and does a great job in that regard. He's obviously very successful. He's also very intelligent, or he wouldn't have the success in the things he's doing. And I enjoy being around him. I like him.
How formidable of an opponent is he in recruiting now, especially with State?
We run into each other a couple times. I mean, we ran into each other this year. I mean, sometimes it's whether we're up north or down there. I mean, but Michigan's a brand name now. I mean, not just him, I mean, you know, Michigan is a school that people want to go to, they're a brand name, but Jim does a great job, he's a relentless guy. We don't bump into each other a lot, I mean, in recruiting, but we do a couple times, and they do a great job.